What's going on, everybody? As you know, I am a big supporter of Kickstarter comics, and we've had several different creators on the channel to talk about their Kickstarter projects. Some of them, like Voodoo Nations and Expired, right here in the background. Dino Thrashers being another one. It's not up on the wall yet, but I wanted to take some time to talk about some Kickstarter projects that I am currently backing, so you guys can go check them out and back them as well and show some support to these indie comic creators if you find one that fits your likes in comics. So we are going to talk about those today in this video. So I'm going to bring up Kickstarter, and there's another new different way to support new website that's doing Kickstarter kind of things called Zoop, and there's two projects I'm looking at on there right now. So to show you these, I'm going to tell you one other project that is not on here, but we will have the creators on the channel later this week. So I am going in order of deadline. So we'll do that. We'll go through each one. And I'll tell you, I back different projects at different amounts, but a lot of them, most expensive really is probably like $20. And you can go ahead and get a print comic, or if you want a digital version, it may be anywhere from like $5 to $10. So the first one up on here, I have Lady Mayhem. It has 59 hours to go as I film this at about 9 o'clock Central Time at night on Sunday. So it should be getting towards the end of its time by the time you guys are looking at this video. It's a 64-page, pulse-pounding, action-filled graphic novel here. Bombastic, over-the-top thrill ride for the reader that demands more gonzo, ridiculous action in your comics. No holds barred, love letter to VHS revenge fillers of the 80s, big gun bravado of the 90s comics, and the hyperactive buzz you used to get while playing Super Nintendo and housing super caffeinated sodas all night long as a kid. This is the comic you'd have to hide from your parents. The dangerous days before cinematic universes and vinyl figurines. Enter Lady Mayhem. This one from Jenna Lynn Wright and Carl Slaminski. I have not read any of their other work, but one, the title, and two, the art caught my attention. So I'm backing just for the print version. Like I said, you can back for differing amounts. This looks like insane action going on. They have a list of their different rewards. And really, the main thing is just get your physical book. They have a vault of all their different stuff. I did not back that because I am backing so many projects this coming month. So I didn't get to do that. But they showed previous works. Cult of Icarus, a scout comic that I think I was going to get. I don't remember if I ended up getting it in one of the scout boxes or not. But this is the same creative team that did that comic. But yeah, they talk about everything on their Kickstarter, like most Kickstarter projects. They have met their goal. They have 432 backers, but every extra bit helps these creators make more and more comics out there. And popular comics on Kickstarter sometimes get the notice of retailers. So Lady Mayhem, just about 2 days remaining in the project. February 2nd is the deadline on that one. So I'm going to move over to one I actually just backed, coming up on its deadline of February 3rd. So 3 days to go as I film this. It's called Legends of the Realm. It is at 4,000 of the $5,000 goal, 150 backers. I actually found out from the creator. He messaged me and said I was the 150th backer, and I put it over 4,000 with my backing. So I thought that was pretty cool. I haven't had something like that happen before. But here's the story. The king has tasked his new mage with a quest to venture through the realm of Danisfire and present him with a new miracle. For Camridion, it is a test of his abilities and a chance to view the wonders of the land. Cambrian's adventure starts in the floating city of Providentia, a new city that defies logic, reason, and perhaps even reality. Is this a new paradise? Is this a new paradise, the model for the kingdom, or is not everything as it seems? This art caught my attention here. We get a little bit of interior previews, which look phenomenal. All of this just looks fantastic. I'm very excited about checking this one out. I backed for not just Legends of the Realm, The Floated Dream, but there was a previous story for Legends of the Realm called Torn Soul. So I backed for that so I could get both of those. I am a journeyman in training here, so I'll get to catch up. I thought somewhere there was a maybe a set of the original inks for the cover sold out, which $150 for those original inks I thought was phenomenal price. The Arcane Industries bundle, you get everything that they have made from the creative team that's behind the Arcane Industries. Jack Holder is the writer of this. Evan Scale does the interior art and colors, and he is the penciler for the cover. John Robinson editing, and Micah Myers letters. Rusty Gilligan did the inks on the cover. And then colors on the cover was Jay Moores. Variant cover by Alana Fletcher, which I don't remember if I saw the variant cover up here or not. This is the main cover. Interiors. So I'm thinking it might be one of these here. But yeah, this looks like a good fantasy story if that's the genre that you are looking for. And with a couple days left, they could use some extra support to get to the $5,000 goal. So Legends of the Realm, #1, The Floated Dream. It doesn't seem like you really need the other story to understand what's going on in this story. But if you want to, they also have that option, $25, you can get caught up on Legends of the Realm. So that is another one that has a deadline coming up very soon. Following that, we have one here, Bleeding Pulp #1 is February 10th. We got 10 days to go as I film this. And it says fully funded, unlocking stretch goals currently. So they are at 17,000 of 15,000. It's going to have a story called I Eat Monsters in it. Let's scroll down here. Like horror comics, creature features, and Muay Thai. I can't talk. What about HP Love? What did I just click? All right. I might have just accidentally posted a question about something randomly. Hopefully not. Anyways. All right. Yep. See, that is what it did. I did not want to do it. What about H.P. Lovecraft witches and cults that worship space gods? How about gorgeous comic art? Check out Bleeding Pulp #1, a mature reader's perfect bound 56-page full-color square-bound comic with a horror and creature feature twist. There is action, adventure, mystery, monsters, mayhem, and more. Sister book to Spicy Pulp. This oversized comic comes with a bunch of beautiful covers by some amazing indie comics talent. So, stretch goals here. We have hit 16,000. That means that this print, which is one of the covers, is unlocked. In another 1,000, this print comes available. And then following, we have those. If this comic hits $30,000, this print becomes a metal, turns into a brushed aluminum metal print, which is pretty cool. It's a lot of stretch goals to go to get there, but I think this comic creator is doing a lot of good things. Justin Gray, JV Gray, he is the writer of Billy the Kid. He also did, he's doing another series through Kickstarter called Standstill that I've read and I really loved. So I'm here for this Bleeding Pulp #1, which here's some of our interior art for the I Eat Monsters story that is in this. Yeah, There, I believe I did add-ons to check out the original one. I can't 100% remember, but yeah, this is the one of the ones I'm backing. If you're looking for horror comics, monsters, this is one to check out. They've hit their goal, but they're going for a lot of stretch goals. 10 days to go. Great writer. Let me see. I probably have down here the rest of the creative team. I wanted to show that as well. Some of the add-ons here, different things that are kind of part of this. Spicy pulp, bleeding pulp. So different things there. And it does not have the creative team here. I probably scrolled right on by it. So let me scroll up. But yeah, so this one, like I said, Monsters, Mayhem, definitely something that you want to check out. I believe it might be Branko Jovanovic. He has done art in some of the other ones. I'm not seeing it listed. But anyways, I can't find the artist on the series, but I know the writing's good. The art looks good. So go check that one out as well. I'm going to link all of these down below so that you can check them out. These are all February deadlines for when they need to be backed by. So that is also when, with Kickstarter, when the deadline hits, if it has been backed, if the Kickstarter project has been backed 100%, then that is when you get charged. So keep that in mind in terms of when you're trying to support and pay for these things. So new one here I'm going to talk about is Hades, Rise of the Dark God, Book of Lyaxia story. So if you've been reading Book of Lyaxia, it was Kickstarter, and then Second Sight's been putting it out. This may be one for you to check out. But it also sounds like it's kind of a one-shot separate story. Before Kronos, before Deimos, there was Hades. Shocking times that kicked events of the Book of Lyaxia into motion. So this is kind of a prequel series to everything. Tale of two brothers that were intertwined in eternal conflict by fate. This tale focuses on Hades and his journeys, and ultimately a revelation of how he ties into the grand scheme of the overall story. This is both a fantastic tie-in chapter for all that read the story so far, as well as a great jumping off point if you have never read the story before. When isolated in the kingdom of Anastos is alerted to an imminent invasion, King Apollo sends his cousin Hades to entreat the invaders. What follows are events that will reverberate through the Nexus for millennia. So this is, unfortunately, I thought this was just... No, this is the cover. This is the Paolo Pantalina cover, which is phenomenal. Phenomenal art there. It's also available as a print. Some of our interior art. I quite enjoy the art in this book. I've read the books through Second Sight. We have some other covers in here. This is the main cover. We have Fabrizio Constantino cover. We have another cover here, Fashrul Rivali, super cool. The Paolo one, Roy Amor pencil cover, and then you get all of them for $50. I don't know why that is a feature on Kickstarter. That is annoying. I'm going to probably do that multiple times. And fortunately, this is not a cover. This is Derek Chu. This is a print. I wish this was a cover because this is phenomenal. Same with this from Ejecure. This is a print as well, not a cover. And there's a set of prints here as well. You can add on books. You can add on this Book of Lyaxia 2. So that's where that was a cover. Derek Chu cover was Book of Lyaxia 2. And it is CGC 9.4. They say it's the one-of-a-kind tier. But yeah, I got just the regular Paolo. Oh, no, wait. Did I get the regular cover? I got the Paolo Pantalino one. I think that was this one. So this was the cover that I liked the best, and so I went with that one. But yeah, $15. different pledges, $5 digital, $10. You can get the main cover, $15 for any of the variants. So relatively cheap buy-in. It just met its goal. Oops, let's go back to that. Just met its goal a couple dollars ago, 2,078. Goal was 2,065 backers, so that's awesome. Aaron Pohara is the writer for this story. And yeah, this is a great story so far. Very interesting looking at these different gods. So, Book of Lyaxia story here, Hades, Rise of the Dark God. So moving on down the deadline list, we have on February 17th, Granite State Punk, one-shot horror action comic. Rare, gritty look at witches, New Hampshire addiction, and punk rock. This one from friend of the channel, Travis Gibb. We are going to talk about Granite State Punk more on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Travis is going to come onto the channel, and we are going to talk Granite State Punk. This will probably be the last one I talk about for this video. I will come back to these other ones and do a second video because they have later deadlines. But I wanted to include in my first video some of the ones due within kind of the first part of February. So Granite State Punk is a rare, gritty look at the history of New Hampshire's most historic landmark, the Old Man of the Mountain. Zeke has just gotten released from prison and is now living in the last place he ever wanted to be, his dead parents' house. He has for years tried to drown out every ounce of the memories of this place in his messed up childhood. Zeke now is forced to confront it and the revelation that his past is filled with the occult and dark magic. Welcome to the world of Granite State Punk. Kickstarter for the first issue of a brand new series. The all-new comic book one-shot is for mature readers only. If you like punk rock witches, large-ass bone golems, and historical fiction, this is the Kickstarter for you. It's the 11th campaign of Orange Cone Productions. If your returning backer has already been part of the Orange Cone family, welcome back. So they've got a lot of comics that I have backed on here. Broke Down, Four Dead Bodies, Cthulhu Invades Oz, Voodoo Nations, Expired, and Holiday Spirits. So Cthulhu Invades Oz is an anthology series. The rest of them are written by or co-created by Travis, except Holiday Spirits, which is another anthology that really was mostly put on, coordinated by Jerome, who is the letterer that does all of these projects with Travis. So it was a little bit different lead on that, but Travis obviously was the one putting it out through Orange Cone Productions. So I highly recommend all of these. Some of these may be eventually, we'll see, picked up from some other publishers. He's putting out a lot of great stories here, and I highly recommend you guys, if you get the opportunity, check out any of these stories from Orange Cone Productions. And with this, you can get that opportunity. So besides just being able to get Granite State Punk, if you want number one digital for $3, digital, just like any comic, $5 digital deluxe, $10 digital sample pack. You get not just this, but you get the number ones for Broke Down and Four Dead Bodies, Voodoo Nations. You get the Cthulhu Invades Wonderland preview. You get Expired number one. So lots of samples there. $12 gets you the issue cover A print version and a digital. You go all the way down. They have the complete Orange Cone digital collection for just $35. You get all of these stories, full series for the ones that are completed. Voodoo Nations is not complete yet. Expired is just starting. So lots of things out there that you can check out. Stretch goals, art prints, more story, right? An embroidered patch, which for a punk story, that's perfect. We need that. Holographic sticker, things that we have back. So one thing that Travis does with Orange Cone is there are stretch goals for dollar amounts, and there are stretch goals for backer amounts. So there are these other stories that are getting unlocked. 50 backers, 100, 150, 200 backers. These, I believe, are digital stories that will be unlocked there. Let's see what we got on the team here. Besides Travis, we have Patrick Buermeyer doing the art. He's done Discordia and Seasons. Letters again by Jerome. And Heather Gibb doing the edits. Look at this cover here. Patrick Buermeyer cover is phenomenal. We have cover B by Brian Demarest and a cover C by Eamon Hill. Here's our cover B and our cover C. Phenomenal covers there. There is a cover D here, which does not have a name. But that's looking crazy. I think that's Buermeyer again. And this is the metal cover, which there are only 50 copies of. There is a option to get a punkified remark as well. Preview of the interiors. This looks phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely. I'm loving the interior art on this. Yeah. Again, Travis will be on the channel on Wednesday, February 2nd at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to talk more about Granite State Punk. And like I said, I love indie comics. I love backing and supporting these stories. Some of the ones we'll talk about in the next video will be Monsters and Midways, Volume 1, OMG, a horror anthology number 3, The Adept number 2, and Leave on the Light 1856, as well as we'll be talking about Mossvale number 1, which is coming to Kickstarter on February 1st. And on February 3rd, Noah Ray and Matt Kund will be on the channel to talk about it. They are part of the team for Ageless Press. Ageless Press did Dino Thrashers. We had them on the channel for that. And hopefully, maybe not, we will have Travis Wells, the creator of Mossvale, on the channel as well. So fingers crossed on that. Noah was part of the project with him, I believe, doing letters, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so the team will be on the channel on Thursday, again, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Talk about that. It will be out on Kickstarter at that point, so we'll be able to show you all that information. But I will drop that link down below as well, because that Kickstarter page exists already. And from that, you can go ahead and click to follow it and get notified when it releases on Kickstarter. And I did say I want to talk about these Zoop comics real quick. I'm going to see real quick, actually, how much longer they have. See when I need to talk to them. 17 days left on Thoughtscape Comics. Perfect. Talk about Thoughtscape in the next video. Matt Mayer Lowry did this one, and he is the creator of Lifeformed, which is an excellent comic that came out through Scout Comics, at least like a first issue or first volume of it did. I loved it. I have some previews for Thoughtscape Comics. I'm going to be reading through those and telling you guys about them very soon. And then 33, there's 25 days left. I don't know. I know Gavin Guidry. I know that name and some of his art, but I don't know the other creators on this one. And something cool about this Zoop platform is that you can order whatever things that you want. If you want just this variant cover, or you want this one and this one, you can do that. You can do all kinds of different things, kind of mix and match, versus Kickstarter does feel a little bit more constrained. So I like that. And then you just hit pre-order and you pre-order them. And so this tells me that these are the ones I've pre-ordered, I've supported, not charged. The campaign's still running. This is coming up. Like I said, 17 and 25 days from now, these will end. if they do meet their goals. These, as it is a different platform, they are not getting quite as much notice, I feel like. So I will talk about these in the next video more once I've gotten to read through Thoughtscape comics. But yeah, Zoop is a new platform for comic creators, it looks like, to essentially kickstart their projects without Kickstarter. That is it for this video for these crowdfunded projects that are going on right now out there in the indie comics world. And I just wanted you guys to be aware about them because there are some great stories out there that are not going to the bigger publishers or even the small publishers as well. And this is another way to support creators and support great comics. Find the ones that you love, find the stories that speak to you, and go and back these. Thank you guys for watching. As always, collect what you love. See you guys next time.